Welcome to today's lesson. Guides. Sewing is a skill that can bring loads of joy and personal satisfaction. A huge confidence builder for sure. Trust me, I know how it feels to be a beginner in sewing. But for me to get more confident in learning how to sew, I had to go back to the basics. That is why we are starting with basic stitches. I can still recall how excited I was to start on my beginner sewing project, only to find myself confused in the process. That is when I realized I constantly need to brush up on my knowledge of basic sewing stitches and put that into practice. Well, a sewing journey will surely start with a step. Let's start with the following question that will be answered in the course of our learning for today. 1. What is a stitch? 2. What are the two basic stitches? 3. Why is it important to learn the basic stitches and many more? What is a stitch? Stitches are made by passing a threaded needle in and out of a material, making a specific design. The design produced is made up of stitches. In trying to make a dress, we need to know how to make sewing stitches and embroidery stitches, which are the two basic stitches. The sewing stitches have different types like tailor's tacking. The two basic stitches, that is the two types of stitches. We have temporary stitches, permanent stitches. Temporary stitches. Temporary stitches are used to put pieces of materials together for a short time. They are removed after permanent stitches have been made. Temporary stitches are not to be seen on the complete article because it is only a part of the process of sewing which aid the making of the permanent stitches. Examples of temporary stitches are tacking. 1. Even tacking. Even tacking are stitches and space between them are equal. 2. Long and short tacking. The stitches are made of short and long stitches. They are mostly used on heavier materials. 3. Tailor's tacking. Tailor's tacking is a long-running stitch used to transfer the marking on the pattern to the fabric. 4. Diagonal tacking. Here, the stitches are used to hold two or more layers of fabric together to enable it not to split out of the position until the final stitches are made. Permanent stitches, which is the second types of stitches. They are used in joining two or more separated pieces of clothes together. They are the major stitches which are used for clothing construction. Permanent stitches are not removed. Ensure that the thread used matches the material in terms of texture and color. Permanent stitches are used for different reasons, which are 1. For holding pieces of cloth firmly together, we have back stitches and running stitches. 2. For knitting raw edges of cloth or holding down a fold of clothes. Example, we have blanket stitches, hemming stitches, and back stitches. Let's take them one by one. Examples of permanent stitching. Let's pick running stitches. Running stitching is done with small stitch at a time from right to left. You can see from the image there, all stitches are of same side on both sides of the material. Running stitches is an even stitch that is used to join two layers together and is meant to be permanent. Running stitches are used for gathering, tacking, and hand sewing of a fine fabric or joining two pieces of material together. To make running stitches, bring your needle through the fabric from the back, that is the wrong side. Once the knot hits the fabric, make a stitch to the left or right, bringing the thread back up. You can repeat the process. Number 2, back stitches. Back stitches are strong stitches used in the beginning and the ending of other sewing stitches. They are the most practical types of hand stitches you know. Working from the left to right, take a small stitches. That is, if you want to make a back stitches, you have to start working from the left to right and take a small stitch. Then insert the needle at the end of the previous stitch, bringing it out beyond the point when the thread emerge. Continue. Always insert the needle in the end of the previous stitch. Third examples of permanent stitches, hemming stitches. This is used at the edges of material to hold down a fold. This can be called knitting stitch. It is used to hold garment ends and turning of garments. And if you want to make it, you can make it in the following ways. 1. Work from the wrong side of the garment. Basic hem in position and press. Sew from the right to the left, securing the thread. And make slanting in stitch. And to the end hemming stitches, work backward with 2 stitches on both sides. We have different types of hemming stitches. We have slip hemming stitches and loop hemming stitches. Slipped hemming stitches. This shows little on the right side of the material. It is that hemming at the lower part of the skirt. You can see them on the skirt, dresses, and sleeves. While loop hemming stitches, it is used to join together 2 edges. It is worked from the right to the left with the needle. Why is it important to learn basic stitches? Well, it is important for us to learn basic stitches. From my own personal experience, it's going to help you a lot. One is that if you have little tears, little cuts, or little patchings to do on your clothes, you can easily pick your needle and be able to sew it. If you want to do a little things at home, you can also, oh, I know how to do this. You can be able to pick your needle and be able to sew. You make use of your running stitches, you can make use of your back stitches. You can even make use of your tacking to start with before you make use of the running stitches. And also, it is important to learn basic stitches because it is an art form that can satisfy your creativity side. You have special gifts that God has endowed you with. So learning this thing, you will be able to bring out more skill in you. If you learn some of these basic stitches, you will be able to do embroidery, seam, and you can also make a clothing article, decorative item for your home once you master these stitches. Knowing and understanding the proper stitches is an important to the item's appearance and function. Thank you for watching and listening. Let's refresh today's topic. One, we look at what is stitches. We say stitches are made by inserting a threaded needle in and out of a material to make a specific design. We also talked about the two types of stitches, that is permanent and temporary stitches. We also talk about temporary stitches, that is the stitches that we make use of a short period of time. And we look at an example, which is tacking, where we say we have even tacking, long and short tacking, tailor's tacking, and diagonal tacking. We move to permanent stitches, where we say permanent stitches are used to join two or more material together and they are not removed. We look at examples of permanent stitches, where we talk about running stitches, back stitches, back blanket stitches, elbow stitches, hemi stitches. And we also said that permanent stitches are used to hold pieces of materials together and also for knitting raw edges of clothes. And lastly, we look at the importance of learning basic stitches. No matter your sewing goals, you have to master basic stitches in order to learn and improve. So I'm going to leave you with this word: keep practicing and keep learning. And don't forget, practice make perfect. Please do your assignments on page 36 and 37. Bye.